Tell us about your book then.
My book has words and sentences. It's a complete book. It's book shaped. It's got pictures in as well. If you can't read, you can look at pictures. It's about my life. I can remember when I was at the NTAs and we won Best Comedy Panel Show. I think that was the title at the NTAs. And I sat there looking at Fearne, and Fearne's looking at me, and I could feel sexual tension. And I thought, how did I get here? So the book's called Being Keith, How I Got Here, if you don't know how I got here. And it was a glorious night, and I went home, and the next day I started writing my book. And I got halfway through, not that night, further on in a different night. And then that 50 Shades of Grey came out. I thought, I should have done a spoof of that, shouldn't I? I was just talking about all fannies I've fucked and tits I've licked. And but actually, it's just nice to have an autobiography. It's my life since I've been in telly. There's a couple of pages about before I got into telly, but I just thought people are more interested in the celebrity style, who I thought was fit and who said what and stuff, and who was an utter twat and who wasn't.
Celeb Juice. Who's your worst guest you've had on?
Worst guest on Celebrity Juice is a guest probably that doesn't speak much. That's terrible. Someone like Katie Price is quite quiet sometimes because she thinks that you're going to take piss out of her, so she builds a wall up. I imagine she's right good laugh at home, but on Juice she's a bit quiet, so sometimes I think, and then people say to me, well, who's your favourite guest? And straight away, a pissed up Gareth Gates comes to mind, because I love him. A drunken Gareth Gates is fantastic fun. But Vern Troyer's good fun, because I like throwing him around and pretending that I'm breastfeeding him and stuff. But no, most of the people that come on are right good fun, and they seem to enjoy themselves and walk off stage drunk. I can remember Tamsin Outhwaite. She had to take her shoes off to get off stage because she was so hammered. But basically, it's a big booze fest, and we have a great time. Forget you're on telly.
What happened to your mate Rufus then?
I don't know. What do you mean? What happened to him?
Why is he not on there anymore?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I texted him and said, I don't know what happened, but I hope you're happy with whatever it is you're doing next. And then, I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen him since either.
He said something about it turning into the Keith Lemon show, which was a bit mean.
Oh, well, it is, isn't it? Of course it is. I can remember one time it was going to be called Keith Lemon's Celebrity Juice, and I says, don't start and blow my own trumpet. And but yeah, I suppose it is. But I have no control of what they put in the edit, and so I just watch it like you watch it, and I go, I enjoyed that. So if it's the Keith Lemon show, it's fine by me. I like the idea of that.
Now, you must have heard about Alex Reid's sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Have you got your own?
I've not got a sex dungeon, no. I do project a lot of sexuality and stuff. I think people think that maybe I'm a more exotic lover than I am, but I'm quite romantic, really, and straightforward, you know. Plus, I think the craziest thing I've ever done is stick it in the bum and then straight in the mouth after that. And that's probably the craziest thing I've done, but normally, you know, I'm just like everyone else. I have sex, I wipe it up with a sex flannel so it doesn't get itchy afterwards, and I watch Kardashians.
Do you fancy Fearne now that she's pregnant?
I don't think I fancy her. I just have a lot of respect for her, and she's a lovely person. And I think if both of us were single, something might have happened, because I think we do like each other. There's definitely a Ross and Rachel scenario. Will they, won't they? I think, and we both know that. And she told me that she's dreamt about me a couple of times. She said she had a dream that we were both sat on clouds, just looking down at the world. And I told her that I had a dream that she said, "Can I have a word with you?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "I'm in love with you." And I said, "I'm in love with you, but I said, if it goes any further, it's going to wreck everything, so let's just be friends and let's have a hug." And we had a hug, and then looked into each other's eyes for a little bit, and then I went, "Right, let's go do a show." I'm joking. True. It's true.